Say your fight club, we're repping the crew, battle on the floor. It's me and you, pose them up right. Let the showdown begin. In this action figure world, we're destined to win.
Got my action force, they ready to strike. Transformers roll out, they're ready for the hype. Marvel and DC, heroes in the ring with every epic.
Welcome to Figure Fight Club, where collectors come to play. Discussions from relevance to hot toys shaped by collecting weight. Pour a drink for yourself, collect your thoughts. Join us on this journey in action-packed talks. In the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. In Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Welcome with the flop, with the flop, oh. Welcome with the flop, with the flop, oh. Raise your drinks up high and let's cheers. You're among collectors and like-minded peers. From stores to conventions, we take you backstage, exploring figures from modern day to the Stone Age. In the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. In Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Welcome with the flop, with the flop, oh.
What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are all doing well. As you can see, I'm not home right now. I'm at my mom's house in Virginia, so having some fun, hopefully having some fun. But we have a great show for you guys. My co-host couldn't be here tonight, but you got me. And you got this guy over here. Let's bring him out. Mr. Elite Legend, Book Prime, Toxic Toy Tuber, as you can see. How you doing, man?
Believers, how you doing, Abby?
I'm good, dude. How about you?
Doing good. Feeling good.
So I was warning you backstage. I'm going to warn the chat now too. If I get kicked out of here, that's because I lost the internet and power. Because there's a giant storm that just hit, and I could hear in the background right now. It's crazy. So just in case, it's your show. Have fun. Try not to get me kicked out of YouTube. That's the only request I have.
All right.
I appreciate it. But let's go back to you. Oh, I guess let's go to the chat for a second and welcome them. Thank you guys for being here. And the lights just flickered, so oh shit. Let's see if it goes out or not. But again, to you guys in the chat, you guys are the ones that make this show, so thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to talking to Elite Legend over here. How about you, man? How are you doing?
Feeling good. Excited to do part 2.
Part 2.
We talked some good. We had some good wrestling conversation last time, so I'm looking forward to sharing some more, showing some pickups, and hopefully your power keeps.
I know. I'm crossing fingers right now. I really hope power just stays on. But let's go. I know. Let's go to pickups. What do you got to show off?
Oh, yes. So I actually opened up a bunch of things this week, so I don't have that much. But Thursday night after work, I went to Walmart, picked up the Razor Ramon Ultimate Edition. I think this is his third Razor. Green attire. This came in a Elite box set. This is probably my favorite Razor attire.
Okay. That is a nice one, too. How's the head scans on it?
The head scans are actually updated. They have the real scan, the photo printing. I don't know if you can see that. They're much better than the last Ultimate version. So I got this guy.
Got you. Okay.
I'm supposed to be getting the. Did you see the Jazzwares 3-pack of Sting? That was supposed to be coming today, but it got delayed. So hopefully it shows up.
The Sting, right? Sorry, you broke up there for a second for me, but
yeah,
that's probably what it is.
a Sting 3-pack from Jazzwares to TNA. They have the Old Man Sting, one that
Yeah.
looks like WCW version, and then classic. My first time getting a bootleg. Got this
Oh,
from, I believe, AliExpress. So I was gonna do a review, but I didn't feel like,
gotcha.
I don't really care for the character, but I hadn't purchased anything in a while, so I had that itch. So let me.
So while you
Where
open
the hell
that,
is Mark?
Robert's Infinite Realms, I'm in Yorktown, Virginia right now. That's where I grew up, so that's home. And I am not in a church basement. I'm in the house I grew up in. This house, I think, was constructed in '93 or '94, and we're the only family that lived in this house. So my mom still has it, and I'm in the. It's like it was supposed to be a garage, but my father built it into like a room. So yeah,
Nice.
it's fun though. This is home.
That's cool. And
But
here
that
we
three
have,
pack you were talking about,
yeah,
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, the 3-pack. I saw people getting theirs today online. Mine was supposed to arrive today, but it got delayed. So hopefully it ends up
Mine's
showing
also
up.
delayed.
Okay.
Mine got
So this
delayed too.
box is trashed, but it's the Gambit CT toys. This is how it came, but figure looks decent inside. I saw some reviews on it, and it didn't look bad. So
I've heard good things about the Gambit figure too.
yeah, it's decent. I don't do imports, but I saw a review of this. This is the bootleg Mafex, and it looked pretty comparable. So hopefully we get that new Punisher as a CT Toys release. And one last piece. As you know, I've been doing a shill inquiry on old laser pants. And actually, this pickup is a key piece of evidence that I got here. Probably the most damning evidence against laser pants. And I'm going to go ahead and show it off. Apparently, when you end up becoming a subject of the shill inquiry, sometimes you'll try to copyright me, or sometimes you try to bribe the elite legend. And Mr. Laserpants fell into the ladder, and he sent me this, a
That's
Valaverse
cool.
Shadow figure. So this is my first time having anything from the Valaverse, and it was impressive. But the shill inquiry continues, and this is some pretty damning evidence. When you try to bribe your way out of a shill inquiry, that's not the way to go.
You don't give a. I guess. I mean, it is a good figure though.
Oh, it's a good figure. It actually looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
Some nice effects. I like these translucent effects here. This is pretty much you need a Papa Zakanin head on here, but he ended up getting the clear version, right? Do we know if Zakanin got the clear version?
I don't know. I think Zakina did get the clear version. I remember him mentioning that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I now have 3 action points. Those are my pickups for today. Did you get anything?
Nice. I did. I mean, I brought it from my house just because I'm traveling right now. But I did a trade with someone, and
Nice.
I got 3 Action Force Crimson. I'm going to just call it the Crimson Troopers. He hooked me up with 3 of these, and then I also got a gold Chase of the Steel Brigade, the gold head,
Oh, sick.
which looks amazing. This looks it's a very fun figure to play with, man. And that's, I mean, I got some other stuff too, but that's all I brought with me. I figured I'll just show everything off on Tuesday when I'm home.
Was that vac metal on the helmet?
Yeah, this is the gold helmet. It's a Chase helmet version.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I mean the gold color looks awesome with it.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a good figure, and that's all. And I brought like I guess this is my I always bring a figure with me when I travel. So this is the figure I brought with me. This is my old. This is the 1/12 scale T-shirt of my old logo for
Oh,
the Fight
nice.
Club. It was a luchador mask. So Odious is wearing that, and
That's a
I'm gonna
sick
have some
design.
fun. Yeah, having some fun posing. That's a fun figure for me to pose around, and just kind of have just kind of mess with. Yeah. In the chat, I see you guys, and I'm acknowledging you right now. I just want to hit too many buttons and get that bad juju of the storm. So I'm trying not to press many buttons right now. So and plus, I'm pretty far away from the router too. So, but Elite, you had some nice pickups. That Sting also got delayed on me too. So I'm hoping it'll be here by the time we get back home. Hopefully. And I guess to the chat, what is all that you collect? Like a reminder of all the stuff all the different lines that you collect.
So primarily Marvel Legends for modern toys. Marvel Legends, uh, WWE Elites, Ultimates. I started getting, as you said, I just recently picked up Heavy Duty uh, and what's Blowtorch. So I'm gonna pick and choose classified. I'm not gonna go all in on them,
Okay.
but I still collect 3 3/4 inch classic GI Joes.
Okay.
UC classics. I still collect those. Looking forward to seeing what Mattel does with the DC license. Hopefully, they do something similar to the DC UC figures.
Mhm.
I used to do McFarlane, but that was during a dark time in collecting when we really didn't have anything other than McFarlane because he was pumping stuff out. But I kind of got burnt out of the Batman figures, and then once I'm out of the game, he starts doing the classics. Go figure. But I figured it's too hard to collect in Chicago. You really don't get to see any of the exclusives, and the best ones are the red labels and the gold labels. So I don't
Yeah.
want to argue with that with the YouTube exclusives. So Marvel Legends, WWE, basically.
Oh, wow. Got you. Got you. I mean, again, there's a lot of lines out there that are actually pretty amazing. I mean, I still like McFarlane's. I'm not gonna a lot of people give shame to McFarlane, but I like them. I've always liked them just because of the fact that I collect some collectibles, like Mortal Kombat stuff, and that's 7-inch scale.
Okay.
The DC stuff fits right into it. So, and remember that old game, MK versus DC, and I was like, oh, dude, that's perfect. So I've always enjoyed the McFarlane line, but it's just I need to get rid of stuff just for space, and
Yeah.
McFarlane's is getting a cut just for that reason. I wanted to give a big shout out to Cool Ray, gifted one Figure Fight Club membership. Thank you very much, man. It went to Super K. Congrats. We're not doing 11 members only tonight, but we will get back on track at least on Tuesday. But we'll have a members only, and we normally do a lot of giveaways. So stay tuned for that. And thanks again, Cool Ray.
Forgot one line. I always forget. Masters of the Universe Origins.
Okay, Motu. Okay.
I collect all the Motu Origins. I'm not doing the cartoon versions. I'm not gonna collect a whole line. So, but Motu Origins, that's a fun line.
Okay, got you. Motu Oranges. Okay. That's
I
that's
collect
a
classic
smaller
figures.
one, right? The smallest
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, the more
Yeah.
basically adding more articulation to the classic figures. I still collect old school TMNT as well.
Old school team. Okay, got you. So I mean, you have a good variety of figures and lines that you collect.
Yeah,
So like, just how do you are they all posted up somewhere displayed?
yeah. I have my collection room upstairs. But the connect. I did the last stream from up there, but the connection isn't too great. So I'm down here.
Got you.
So
Okay.
basically, I have about 7 D-tops with Marvel Legends. I have 4 bookcases with my WWE figures. I got an arena setup. So.
Do you do 1/6 Hot Toys?
No, I don't. I don't do those. I admire them every time I go to the comic store, but never jumped into that. I have two Mezcos, but I just can't
Okay.
pull the trigger. I just can't justify paying $100 for a figure. I have 89 Batman, and I have the Crow. So
The Crow is a great figure. 89 Batman, not so much, but the Crow was a really good one. I used to have three Crow figures, Mezcos. I do Mezcos. Hot Toys, I don't know what you call it. I have about 20,
okay,
21, something like that. They're all in my closet. I haven't opened. I mean, I've opened it and put them back in the box. Otherwise, I don't really mess with them, to be honest with you. I don't have a display. I don't have any details. I don't own any details. And I feel like a Hot Toy should be in a dust-proof area.
oh yeah,
Personally speaking.
obviously. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen the videos for Hot Toy collectors. They have their own dedicated cases with
exactly.
temperature control. That's nice. I've never dipped into that, but I'm more into having a larger collection. I like to get it fast and cheap, basically. So
I get that too.
I don't.
I,
I'm impatient. So if I put in a pre-order, I want it, as soon as possible. I don't like waiting, and generally
okay.
with the Mezcos, I know that usually you put the pre-order in and you get it like 2 years later. So I get
Something
impatient.
like that,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I get that, man. So the next question I have for you is in one of the, I think it was yesterday's video or today's video, you said you were going to go hide Psylocke and Thanos 2-pack. Did you actually hide it?
Negative. I went to Target and I used MCU Collector's little code. I scanned it. It said out of stock,
Mhm.
but I went over to electronics, and I was hoping that they'd go out and bring it out to me, and I can, put it in the toy section and hide it until the next day. I know some people get down on it, but it's a struggle when you're in the big city. It's not like if you're in some small town where there's nobody out there collecting. Like you're in Chicago, you're dealing with the scalpers. There's a whole network, uh,
Yeah,
and then you got to deal with the employees. They see people calling. They're not stupid. They see people calling. They're like, oh, I can make a few extra bucks on this. Target employee exclusive. So
exactly.
so I only did it one time. I really wanted to get the Yokozuna chase. So I got they denied me. So I took the figure. They didn't
Mhm.
take them away. So I hit them in the pull section, and I went the next morning and I purchased them, hoping that they would do it this time. But unfortunately, he didn't even go to the back. He said it comes out Sunday. So
It's funny because Target shipped my 2-pack, and it's supposed to be delivered tomorrow as well.
yeah, you're one of the lucky ones. I was working when the pre-order went up, so I missed
Mhm.
it. But hopefully, I'll be online at midnight tomorrow night, and hopefully they have where you can order and pick it up in store.
Yeah.
But I just hate. I work every Sunday. I'm off Friday, Saturdays. So every time there's a drop on a Sunday, I'm working. So that's when
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
Ramona, and Ramona has to go out there and hunt. She's been pretty successful when it comes to hunting. So
But that's good. Maybe you should send it out more often.
yeah. But
I mean, go ahead, go ahead.
the thing is with Ramona, it's like she'll go out and she'll get the things done, but the whole getting out of the house thing, it never as easy as for like me. I just I get in the car and I'm gone. They have their process.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny when my wife was like, "Hey, I need to go to Target." I was like, "Hey, can you walk by the toy section for me?" She's like, "No," and I was like, "Come on." She's like, "What are you looking for?" And I'll just send her photos. Like, look for this. I was like, "You're in the wrong section. Go over there." And then she'll just FaceTime me eventually and be
Mm.
like, "Is there anything here you want?" And I was like, "You got to look through the boxes. You got to move out of the way." She gets so mad at me about it. It's so funny. It's awesome. I love it when the spouses buy figures for you and hunt for
Yeah,
you.
it's
I
cool.
think that's magical, in
The
my
thing that
opinion.
the thing that annoys me is that if if I'm going to Walmart or if I'm going to Target, like the first thing I do is I'm going to the toy section. I'm not going to lollygag. I'm not going to shop. I'm not looking at makeup. I'm not going into the frozen food section. You got to make a beeline to the toy section, and she doesn't do that. So,
Yeah, see, exactly.
yeah, there could be
I
some
completely
scalpers
agree.
there picking up while you're looking through the corn section. Uh,
Now, so you're big into legends. So what are, I guess, what are some of, like, name five of your most wanted figures right now, minus that 2 pack?
uh, minus that 2 pack. There's nothing that's coming out that I'm like I gotta have because
You don't
Cap.
need another like a Wolverine.
I'm gonna get it. I'm definitely getting it. The only Gamerverse pack that I'm not getting is gonna be the War Machine and Omega Red because I got a good Omega Red. I got a good War Machine. I don't need those. I'm getting everything
Yeah.
else. But there's really nothing that. One of the things that I was looking forward to the most was the Annihilus from Diamond Select, and we're not getting that.
Yeah, that's fun.
The Dragon Man, I'm really looking forward to whenever that ships out. I have a Giant Man waiting for me in Canada. My friend picked one up, a few of them, but I haven't decided if I want it or not. I don't like the fact that he's as tall as, or almost as tall as Galactus, even though they never faced off. But I just feel that he's too big, and I still have the DTOF. I don't know how to display him. But most wanted Marvel Legends that we don't have, Atuma.
Oh, you know who that is?
He's a Namor villain. He was in the MCU, but not in his classic form.
Okay.
Atuma, the Mandarin, we don't have a good comic Mandarin. The last one that we got was a face-off version from, I believe, was it Toy? I think it was Toy Biz. So we still don't have a Mandarin. Atuma, Manape, we won't get him, unfortunately. I always say that I'm going to do a Manape custom, but that's M'Baku from Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'm big into villains. A couple years ago, when we got the Molecule Man, I wasn't happy with the head. They gave him a modern head, so I did a head drive on my toy group, and I made a 1/12 scale classic Molecule Man head. So got that. Looking forward to maybe getting a new Mole Man. The last one is kind of awkward, really bad articulation.
Okay.
But yeah, Tuma, Manape, Mandarin, Puppet Master would be really cool. I'd like to get him.
Okay.
And, I made a lot of Iron Man villains, and then we ended up getting them. So the one Iron Man villain that I would like to see would be the Melter. So those are my five.
Okay. Now, chat, do you guys agree with Elite Legends here about those five? Those seem to be most wanted. I mean, I know people got differences of opinions, but would you guys buy those figures? Throw in yes or no, whatever you want. Tori Black has a message for you. Thank you for making fun of MCU Collector. He deserves so much hate. He's a nice guy.
He seems nice enough. It's all in fun.
Yeah, he's a nice.
Unless you're bug.
Yeah, unless you're bug.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, Bug and I were talking too.
If you threaten me with violence, then it's not fun.
But I agree. Violence is never a good thing.
No, I'm
completely
a lover.
Agree. You should be in Virginia, bro. Virginia's for lovers. That's the state motto.
I didn't know
that. Yeah. So, what line do you think deserves more attention?
Jada Toys is pretty sick. I keep forgetting. I collect the Street Fighter figures too. There's It's too much. I don't want to indict myself in case Ramona's watching, but I do the Jada toys. But that's a small, pretty small line. It's not.
I mean, unless they make other games as well, right? From the Street Fighter faction or the Street Fighter lineage, I should say.
So for me,
I do like Jada.
For me,
Uh-huh.
it hits the nostalgic button for me. I'm a nostalgia collector. We're always chasing that nostalgia, and I didn't get many video games when I was a kid because I always sucked at video games. But I had Street Fighter 2, and then I played the hell out of that game. So I collected the roster, for that one particular game that I had. It didn't have Cammy. It didn't have the Bruce Lee looking guy. What's his name?
Fei Long.
Yeah, I didn't get them because they're not in the game that I played. So mine is my taste for Street Fighter is very specific to that one game.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, it's funny enough. Like when I was driving to Virginia, or I was a passenger. Really, my wife was driving, and I was sitting in the passenger seat. When we were driving, I bought this new gaming system that has it's like a handheld thing off of the Prime Day deals.
Uh,
It looks like a little Game Boy, like a nice little colored Game Boy 3D stuff.
yeah.
I was playing Mario Kart 64 for a little while. It has like a bunch of emulators in it. But then I started playing Street Fighter, and I was just having fun playing old school Street Fighter games while just doing that 3.5 hour drive. So it was fun. I haven't gamed that long in a very long time, so it was fun to do that.
Yeah, Street Fighter, NBA Jam, that was my
NBA
stuff.
jams, definitely.
Time period. It was beautiful.
Yep, I do. It had the emulator also had WCW versus
Okay.
NWO Revenge,
Okay.
and I was trying to. It didn't load. I was trying to play that, and like the screen wasn't showing up, but I could hear the music, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I want to play this game, but I'm gonna try again tomorrow just to mess around with it. But yeah, no. There's a lot of fun things out there. I mean, Jada is just killing it right now. I think their Mega Man stuff is awesome. Even the cereal, the mascots. That's just been amazing.
Those are
'Cause,
they're
what's up?
showing what you can do with a $20 price point, and really
20, 25 now, unfortunately.
it really puts Marvel up. And people say the licensing fees, but they get it done, and their figures are impressive.
Yeah. I mean, articulation on them is very good. They're well made. Granted, I've broken a few, so they do have their QC issues as well. But I mean, what line doesn't at this point, right?
Yeah,
The worst is when you get like a Mezco with a QC issue. That's when it hurts. Or like a Hot Toys.
I could imagine.
That's when if it's a Legends or a classified or a Valaverse or even Jada, like it doesn't matter. I could go return it easily or like get it replaced very easily. Stuff, older stuff that you've found at like random places or through trades. That's a little bit more like I hope there's not a QC problem. Yeah. Let's see. I made a list of questions for you, but I don't have my laptop. I'm on my iPad right now, so I'm trying to figure out. I'm like reading through my phone. Let's see. So we talked about stuff that you like collecting. Is there any line, or is there anything from your childhood or something that you watched as an adult that there's no action figure out for it yet?
Funny you ask. Just a few weeks ago, we had that announcement from Big Bad Toy Store on how there's a toy company that's doing cops and crooks. That
Yep.
was a pretty badass cartoon that I would like to get in 6-inch scale.
Okay.
I liked about them. Well, first off, the cartoon was pretty sick, and it was futuristic, and the figures were like a little bit bigger than GI Joes.
Okay.
Really cool ass designs. So that's something that I would like to see nowadays. There was another toy line that I had. What was it? I only had a couple of them, and I don't know how well they would do, but I think they were called were they called Sky Raiders, or they came with like they had their own like zip lines, and
I
anybody in
have no
chat,
idea what you're talking about. Yeah, chat. If you guys know what he's talking about, a headcanon probably knows. He knows everything.
another line that was really cool. Was it definitely dinosaurs with the little cavemen with the big heads, the little miniature bodies, uh, Dino
Yep.
Riders,
Dino Riders.
Dino Riders, definitely dinosaurs. Those were cool. Line, and I always wanted to see, like I'm big on Greek mythology. I always wanted to see a line, but it looks like there's third parties that are doing that now.
Hmm.
And I'd like to see maybe a 6-inch scale Wild West action figures. I know that there's
There is 6-inch
quarters.
scale. 6-inch, like you mean Wild West? Like is there a TV show called Wild West?
No, like just like Western themed,
Oh,
like
Western, like Cowboys and Indians.
Cowboys and Indians.
There's a line that's making 1/12 scale Cowboys. I remember. It's a third party, I think, that's doing it. I think you could probably order one right now from 5K. Just
Okay,
an FYI. But I think it's got soft goods on it and everything. It looks
oh,
dope.
yeah, it'd be cool to have like Black Bart, Jesse James, Wyatt
Mhm.
Earp. That'd be cool.
Lou is saying Sky Commanders.
Sky Commanders, yes.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Battle Beasts were pretty cool too. Those little guys with they had a little paint. You put your finger on it and the paint changes. Those were cool. Uh, there was a lot of figures in the '80s, mid '80s that what was it there was a couple that came out. What was it? The Sectars? What are they? I forget.
See,
They had them at Walmart, but they didn't do well.
I grew up in Europe in the mid '80s, so
Okay.
a lot of the stuff you're saying to me, like even the cartoons, like I don't know any of it. I remember when I was a kid, it was He-Man or
Okay.
Motu. That was fairly popular in Europe, and then Star Wars. I had Star Wars toys, and then Asterix and Obelix.
Okay.
That was the only thing that I had.
Sadly, Super 7 did Silverhawks, and I'm
I
not.
saw those.
I just can't get into a line of figures for $50 per figure. Like my thing is, it has to be affordable, and it has to be easy to get. I'm not paying $50, especially with limited articulation. They didn't put them out with the vac paint. Not. I was really turned off by those.
Then they released the second one with the back paint.
He ended up putting them out after
Yeah.
he paid up for the matte colored, which is pretty shady. But yeah, you gotta. I understand it's a business, but
Hmm. He's got to make his money somewhere, right? That's how he convinces people to buy multiples.
yeah, you
Here's
gotta.
a silver painted one, and here's back metal.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's see. You made a comment earlier about kit bashing or customizing. How often do you make a lot of customs?
I used to.
Hmm.
When I do customize, I jump into it and I get a bunch of projects done. I haven't done anything in a couple years, but every
Okay.
time I do a batch of customs, they end up being. So I should go and start making a. Well, I did make a Mandarin that didn't get made, um, but whenever I make a custom, it gets made. So I made a titanium man. We
Okay.
got it in Diamond Select. I made the Whiplash. We got one retro carded Iron Man retro card. Who's the other one? Is it was it Graviton? I think it was Graviton that. But I made him as well, and we got one. I made a Puppet Master. Hopefully, we end up getting a Puppet Master and a Marvel Legends. Uh, I started making a Red Ghost. I actually bought the 3/8. They're one. They have no articulation, but they're 1/12 scale.
Hmm.
because Red Ghost has three apes in the comics. So I haven't made him yet, and apparently he doesn't appear in the Fantastic Four movie. So we're probably not going to get a Red Ghost comic version figure.
Got you.
Yeah, John Malkovich, Tory Black just mentioned.
Hmm.
Apparently, he's been completely cut out of the movie.
That's horrible. So, what customs are you thinking about making? I mean, why don't you just make your wish list? That way, you'll just get the real versions eventually.
Yeah, I already have a Mandarin custom, which is just kind of a makeshift custom. I do want to make an ape man. I already have the head.
Hmm.
I have to get a body together, but it's just time. I have three big ass doll houses in my garage. Taking up space that I've been wanting to do an Avengers mansion, an X-Men
Oh, that's
mansion,
cool.
and I haven't got to that yet. It's
So you
just,
have a lot of space essentially to do all that.
yeah, it's just time.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the space. It's just the time. I got a 6-year-old, and it's the summer, and I work from home, so I'm home. I'm home enough, but it's just once I'm done with work, I don't want to do anything.
You just want to chill. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that. Um, I mean, but so going back to your customization, like, so I'm assuming you go all out where do you like, do you do like the painting or even like changing, like, what's it called, the clay or
The sculpting, yeah,
modeling?
I sculpt.
Yeah, sculpting. Yeah.
I don't do any type of. I have a 3D printer, but Ramona's my tech guy basically. Um, I wanted her to get into printing 3D props and stuff, but
Okay.
time again, she doesn't have the time to do it. But I do sculpt. I paint pretty decent. I just haven't done it in a while.
Got you. Okay. Hey, that's cool. Sorry, I'm hearing a weird noise to the left of me. It's coming from I guess the neighbor's house.
And one of the
It's
things
just,
that we had mentioned towards the tail end of my last time on your show, one of my mentors in customizing was Glenn Webb. May he rest in peace. Glenn Webb had started, he wasn't always in the Marvel community. He started
Mhm.
wrestling, doing wrestling customs. If you look at his channel, you can see a lot of his early WWE customs. So that's how we had started talking. He would give me tips on how to customize. Um, started customizing wrestling figures, and then eventually I started getting into Marvel customization, like really right around the time where he passed. Actually,
Okay.
I did a big batch of customs at that time, but he was him and a guy named Warsman who he does a lot of 3D. He does a lot of head sculpts. Those were my mentors in customizing, learning how to mix skin tones. The one thing I haven't done with customizing is I still do painting with a brush. I haven't gotten into the airbrush, but that's going to be the next thing I do. I want to start airbrushing.
Airbrushing. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how to do it, or you just gonna learn it?
I figured Ramona can teach me.
You're tech guy.
Ramona's a woman of many skills. So I'm sure she'll show me the proper way to get it done, or she'll do it herself. Sadly, she doesn't know how to sew. I wanted her to try to make action figure clothing.
Mhm.
There used to be this guy in the Philippines. His name was Ralph, and it was called Ralph's Figure Clothing, and he was really big on action figure clothing for WWE figures, Jack specifics at the time. He ended up
Okay.
passing away, and his wife took over the shop. I don't know if she's still doing it anymore, but I was like, Ramona, with Ralph passing, that's created a void in the collecting world. So I feel that you should step up. And she was like, no, she tried, but he wasn't.
Well, yeah, I was showing this shirt off earlier. Right? This is actually a wrestling shirt for wrestling figures.
Okay.
The one he's wearing. So I actually bought a bunch for wrestlers, but I mean, it fits on other figures too. So, but a lot of people do it on Instagram and
Okay.
like Etsy and eBay and stuff. You can get custom shirts made for your dollies. Yeah, it's not a bad thing either because I know a lot of people do it. I think he uses like a print press type thing.
Okay. I
Yeah,
saw this guy. I forget the name of his channel, but I think he's based out of Mexico, and his stuff looks really good. It's actually better than the Mattel stuff. Looks really good, but it's like
I
$30
believe it.
a piece. I can't pay $30 for. I can't have the shirt costing more than the figure. Uh,
Tori has a question for you. Who is your favorite show?
my favorite shill. I would say Robo because at least Robo gives you something. Like his play dates, he shows you how to do things. He customizes. He's a shill with some skills. I used to like Bug, but he doesn't do videos anymore. I used to like how you get all the comparisons if you're trying to figure out a figure and trying to get the scale.
Robo is a really nice guy too, though. I do like Robo a lot actually, and he's a huge wrestling fan. I don't know if you knew that
Oh,
or not.
Robo didn't know. I didn't know these.
Dude, I didn't either until I had him on the show, and we were supposed to talk for only 1 hour, just like a pre-record. We ended up talking for 5 hours, and like 3 of those hours, or 3.5 of those hours, were all wrestling.
Nice.
I could have cut that show in two. I could have done two different shows off of that, just one recording, and have one on like toys and the other one on wrestling. And he's like a big fan of WCW, like old school WCW.
That's rare in this community. You don't really find that many wrestling fans. That's
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
It is very separated, I should say. I mean, they are wrestling fans don't really collect any other lines though. It's also them.
Yeah.
I used to be that way until I discovered other toy lines. So I get that. And then Tori, my favorite is Shirley Singh, so I'm a
Okay.
little biased. um, I just forgot what we were talking about. I mean, speaking of wrestling, kind of going. Did you hear about Marcus Bagwell with his surgery?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I always liked Marcus Bagwell. I remember seeing him way back 1990. There
In
was
person or in the show?
just on TV. There
Okay.
was on ESPN. There was after school. I'd get home, rush home from school to
Okay.
watch wrestling. There was AWA, then USWA, then GWF. They were a new company. That's where Booker T came from. JBL came from there. McFoley wrestled there. And
Okay.
Buff Bagwell started there as the handsome stranger. He was like a Chippendales guy. He wore a Lone Ranger mask, and he'd come out to the ring and he'd hand the ladies a rose. And he'd wrestle.
Wait, wasn't that his American Males gimmick with Scotty Riggs?
That was years later when he was in WCW.
Yeah.
That was the cringiest theme song ever. But yeah, he would come out to the ring. He was the handsome stranger. He would come out with a rose. Then he ended up getting signed by WCW. He was
Yeah.
but he was good. Obviously as Buff Bagwell, he was pretty cool. That's a
I feel like him
glaring hole
converting
in the
to.
collection.
I know. Trust me.
We need a Buff Bagwell. Like Jax made a Buff Bagwell. They made a couple good ones. They made a deluxe one. They made a classic superstar version, but we don't have a Buff Bagwell, and that sucks.
And they're all like super expensive.
Yeah, and it's really, really hard to collect those. I got lucky with the most recent Monday Night Wars wave. I never thought that I'd find the shipper, and one morning I find it. There was no case, but I got all the figures.
Did you get Muda? Was it Muda and Albert?
I used to have the chase.
Okay.
So
I just got an email from Walmart yesterday or today saying that we're shipping your Muda and Albert. That's the only one I wanted. So, and then I got another email today saying it's delayed. So I was like,
oh
fuck.
god, the next one isn't canceled.
Yeah, exactly.
But I really wanted the only figure that I wanted from the line, like Muda. I didn't like NWO Muda. I felt at that time he was kind of, whenever he appeared, it seemed like he was just mailing it in. He wasn't in shape at the
I
time.
mean, I mean, I just wanted NWO Muda to add to my NWO shelf.
Yeah,
That was the only reason why I wanted him.
but I always loved Muda. I remember seeing him when I was a kid, like in 1989, and he was the coolest thing. Because in the 80s, ninjas were the thing. Like, I had my ninja shoes, you know, the little karate shoes. I had the little headband. I had some nunchucks. So Muda was the sickest thing. And then he did the mist. That was just crazy. So
He was also a phenomenal wrestler. So
oh yeah, he did stuff that you. I used to watch Lucha Libre because I'm Hispanic, obviously. So I'd seen people doing like the acrobatics, but Muda was just so damn cool. And so I was excited to see the Mudas getting made by WWE. So I have all the Muda figures. I got the ultimate, the chase, the non-chase. I got.
You got the Chase Ultimate too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got the last Muda figure from his last match in the Elite form. I got that, and so yeah.
No, Muda was. I mean, again, like he's a legend in my eyes too. So I really hope they make a Juice and Thunder Liger though. I need a Mattel version of Liger.
It pissed me off so bad that we got him Liger, but it was by a third party company, and he's about 7 inches tall, he's way too tall to put with your elites.
Who was which company made it? I know Storm Collectibles made a Liger.
Storm. Yeah,
okay.
Storm. Well, they made a bunch of Ligers, but they also have him in his classic red and white attire. But he's too big, unfortunately.
They have a bunch of them too, because I think I own 4 Ligers from that, and then the Japanese line they're doing too. Not Japanese line, but the New Japan figures are actually really good too.
His attire is too intricate for me. I have a friend that makes heads, but so I could get a Muda, I could get a Liger head, but I'm intimidated to try to paint his attire. That's too much for me, and I don't want to have a soft good whole bodysuit. So
the soft goods would probably look really dope. I'm not gonna lie about that.
It would look good. I just don't like I like soft goods for t-shirts and robes, but
for the whole suit,
I don't like the whole suit look.
Got you. I get that. I mean,
collection for sure. I remember when he first came to WWE and he fought. I'm not WWE, WCW. I think it was against
Pillman.
Super Brawl against Pillman.
Yep.
Those really good matches.
Wasn't it Nitro?
They ended up being on Nitro, but before the Nitro days, like around 1992, 93 is when he first went to WWE. I mean the WCW. And they brought out they started a lightweight division. People, but it was Raven. Before he was Raven, he was Scotty Flamingo. Scotty Flamingo, Brian Pillman, like Ricky Morton, and friggin' Jushin Liger.
That's so funny. So that was right before I started getting into wrestling, because I was around 8 years old, something like that. I was around 8 years old around that time, and I just started watching WCW on Saturday nights or Saturday mornings, whichever it was. I think it was mornings. And then I remember watching the first Nitro.
Yeah, I was a wrestling freak. We'd have the TV guide, so I'd go on the TV guide to see when there's going to be wrestling. The newspaper used to there would be entertainment section on the newspaper. And you can see when things are going to be on. So I was always tracking wrestling, any wrestling I could watch.
So, who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Obviously Hulk Hogan.
Hogan, you're a Hogan fan?
Hogan, Hulk Hogan, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Road Warriors, obviously, the Von Erichs. I used to watch. They were syndicated, so you'd be able to watch Live from the Turkish prison, baby. Funky, like a monkey. We got Yojo Jerk here talking about the Turkish prison. Elite Legend escaped that Turkish encampment, watching professional wrestling on TV as an outlet for a young man. But yeah, the Von Erichs, Roddy Piper, Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, Road Warriors. Those were my guys.
So all the 80s, essentially.
80s, yeah.
Yeah, all the 80s. Okay, I get that.
Dr. Death, too. That guy was badass.
Dr. Death, yeah. Steve Williams, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I started, I guess, my first, I'm trying to remember, like, it was around that time. Ultimate Warrior was the first, I think, wrestling match I ever watched in my life, in the US at least. Or just
Warrior,
ever.
it was like a comic book character, like jumping off the pages of a comic book. It was just too much for me. It was like it overloaded it like overly stimulated me.
Are you talking about the Warrior comics or the WWF comics back in the day?
Oh no, I mean, like, when I saw him, he seemed like he was straight from a comic book. He
like he was like a superhero. Yeah, he was straight up superhero. Yeah,
he out of a comic book. I was like, holy shit, this guy's awesome. That was another one of my favorites.
So I remember watching Ultimate Warrior. I was in New York, and it was my mom's cousin who was like around my age. It was really weird. But he was watching wrestling, and I was watching it with him. And I was like, "What's this? This is cool." And then I remember, like, that's my first glimpse of it. And then when I was at my house here, I remember turning on the TV and wrestling was on. And I was like, "Oh, cool." Then I saw Sting, and then I fell in love with Sting. And ever since then, it was all about Sting.
Sting was awesome. Like, if you watch his matches, like, he's doing planches over the top rope. And then his speed, it was crazy. They played I don't know if anybody's watching. Have you seen The Vault on? It's a YouTube channel. WWE runs it.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
They put out some gems. They put out house shows that have never been seen before. They just recently uploaded Muda versus Sting from '89, and that match was crazy.
They have a few good matches.
It's a short match, but like, you can see Sting's athleticism. That's when they had the double ring for War Games. Sting jumped from one ring to the other, just straight from, without a running start, just pure athleticism.
Oh, dude, Sting was amazing. I mean, again, like, just seeing Sting as a kid, I was just like the same effect as Ultimate Warrior. I was like, that's a superhero right there.
Yeah, I saw Sting a lot live. Around 1990, WCW would do shows basically every month at the UIC Pavilion. So for almost about 6 months, they were doing shows there regularly. They even did Halloween Havoc, 1990 at the UIC Pavilion. So I was there when Sting fought Sid. That's another one of my favorite guys, Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious, okay.
Against Sid. And that's when Barry Windham, Sid was part of the Horsemen. Barry Windham ended up becoming a Sting imposter. Sid beat him, and they did the little Ghost Phantom title change. But Sting was like a superhero at the time, also.
Yeah. I wish I saw Sting, at least in WCW Sting, like the old school blonde hair. I wish I saw him live, but my parents didn't let me do all that stuff. So I did watch Sting's last match at AEW. It was in North Carolina, and it was like, it's about 45 minutes away. I could make that drive. So I definitely picked up like his last match like figure that they were selling for like obnoxious pricing. But I bought it because I was like, this is his last match.
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah, he's not like Ric Flair. He's done.
Sting's last run really frustrates me because he still could go. You can still see that he's still in great shape. He's in his 60s, but he's still in excellent shape. He's always been an athlete, and I just feel that he wasted 5 years in AEW, part of a tag team with that dude that looks like Ellen DeGeneres.
I mean, it was supposed to make him a better character. I think that's really what it was. The dude didn't have charisma. I forgot his name. See, I didn't even care about him. Yeah, Darby Allin. That's it.
Yeah, he's too damn small. And then his move, he does that coffin drop. He's 150 pounds. Who are you hurting with 150? Like he's throwing his 150-pound body, and then he does it in slow motion. He's more impactful when he goes running into things than when he actually runs into an opponent. It's like it doesn't make any sense. But
I mean, the reason I don't like Darby is because he's a spot monkey. That's
yeah,
all he's known for.
I don't like that, and I just don't like the fact that Sting for the last 5 years was in AEW when he could have fought the Undertaker.
Hmm.
Could you imagine Sting?
Oh my God, that was supposed to be like WrestleMania. That was supposed to be WrestleMania.
But can you
Same with
imagine?
them.
But then Seth Rollins almost killed Sting, and
I know. I was watching that pay per view and I was like so upset because like he's injured already a few old guys and I was
yeah.
like, great, Sting's next.
And you can see Seth was in the doghouse. He didn't sniff the main event scene for several years.
Hmm.
Until about 3 years ago, he finally started getting back into main events again. Remember, he fought Cesaro at a WrestleMania. Like and after that year, I guess his punishment was over, and he's been main eventing since. But that's Sting against Undertaker. That's a match we never got. We never got Stone Cold versus Goldberg.
I know.
It's just a shame.
I mean, but to be honest with you, Goldberg versus Stone Cold wouldn't have been a good match.
It wouldn't have been a good match, but it would have been a spectacle.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It would have been a spectacle. WWE is all about moments.
Yeah.
It would have been a moment.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Let me just get to Matt with two T's here. Thank you very much for hitting your 3-month member chat. I saw Sting in Oakland when the police did their final tour. Love this community. Peaceful times, y'all. Thank you very much, Matt, with two T's.
You don't got to put on a red light. Roxanne. Yeah.
Wrestling.
Have you ever seen Sting? There's pictures of Sting and Sting together. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I was wearing my the Wrestler Sting shirt the other day, and my wife had a friend over for something, and she was, "Oh, great Sting shirt. Do you like his music?" And I was just like, "What?" I looked at it, and my wife goes, "Yeah, do you know the Wrestler Sting?" She's like, "No." I said, "Yeah, that's a Wrestler Sting." I was like, "Yeah." It was entertaining. It was entertaining at least.
That's funny. Yeah,
dude, it's been just wrestling as a whole. Like, I mean, I've been in and out of wrestling for last 30 years, about 32 years. Mostly in because there was like a long. I think I stopped watching around 21, 22, and then I left for a few years, and I came back, and I left again, then came back and left again, and now I'm just like I just go on Instagram because it gives me all the fun stuff.
Yeah, I kind of stopped watching around 07, and then I came back in when Brock came out. And it's crazy because I stopped watching wrestling, and next thing you know, I'm married and have a child. Isn't it crazy how that works out? You know,
That's actually pretty funny. Mine's a little opposite of that because I stopped watching wrestling and I started dating and meeting girls, and then I was at my now wife's apartment, and then I didn't have cable, and we're flipping through the channels like, oh shit, Raw's on, and then I see a commercial for WWE Network, and they were like WCW, all the Nitros, and they're like, done, sign me in, sign me up, I want to watch all the Nitros, and then I became a wrestling fan again.
What got me back into wrestling was Brock Lesnar returning. That was
Really? Okay.
yeah. I went to see him fight Cena. It was Extreme Rules here in Chicago. I don't remember what year, maybe 2012.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. That was the match where because Cena, he had everybody would call him Super Cena, and then Brock Lesnar annihilates him completely.
That's the match where he got dominated, right? I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But Brock is one of my modern favorites. Brock Lesnar, easy. I love him. There's nothing like he just brings legitimacy. Like you look at that guy and any era he would have been in, he would have been successful.
Do you like the women's wrestling?
Yeah, women's wrestling is really improved. Rhea Ripley's sick. I like Rhea. Bianca Belair is awesome.
No.
I think Charlotte's a little overrated, but she's okay.
I like Charlotte too.
Becky's good. You know who's actually been impressive that wasn't always. I always thought Trish was extremely overrated.
Really?
Like if you watch her, like her whole back in the day, she's always looked amazing.
I mean, she was TNA for the longest time, and she was actually a really bad wrestler, but she trained.
Yeah, Trish wasn't really a good wrestler, but she trained. But her offense, everything looked contrived. It didn't look natural. Like when she's doing things, it looks like she's like it just looked like it's been rehearsed. Kind of like DDP when he first started wrestling. He got in as he was a little bit older, and he didn't. He wasn't really fluid until right when he really blew up. But everything with Trish looked contrived. But during her comeback, the last few years, her matches with Becky Lynch, her match just during Evolution.
Just on Evolution, yeah.
She's been awesome.
That was a good match, yeah, I agree. Dude, the Rhea match was amazing. That was a really good match.
Rhea could wrestle men. Rhea's really good. I don't really like Io Sky. I think, and I can see why they push her with the belt. I think she needs the belt because you have people on the roster like Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are just friggin' amazing. They're insane. The athleticism, charisma. But I like the women wrestling.
Yeah, no, I was a big fan of like some of the women wrestling. When at least in the Trish Stratus, I was like Lita. I was a big fan of too. I thought she did a great job. I like Paige a lot too.
Okay, yeah, Paige. I'd like to meet Paige.
Oh, so speaking of, let me show you this. Let me show you something.
Oh wow! And the reason I want to meet Paige, is she just recently did an interview. She said that she recently met a fan at the Los Angeles Zoo, and apparently she's very gracious to her fans. So
she kissed me on the cheek. I have a kiss on the cheek from Paige, so I'm good. I remember that was at Ringside Fest, and I remember I was like so happy. I sent the photo to my wife. And look what just happened.
This is my house. Paige is. I'm surprised that she got medically cleared by Tony Khan's doctors, and it's crazy. Tony Khan gets everybody cleared.
Well, it's the cocaine speaking.
Yeah, like he got Paige cleared. Daniel Bryan is like.
So Daniel Bryan is a little questionable to me, to be honest with you. I mean, great. I love Daniel Bryan. I mean, he's a great wrestler. And I watched him in Ring of Honor and everything too. But dude, I don't want people having a worse life after their injuries, right? And this is one of the situations is going down that path.
Oh yeah, that's pretty, especially when you have little ones, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not worth it at a point.
Yeah.
He can still train and do all that stuff. He just won't be on TV anymore. He could be like a manager.
With Adam Cole, did you see that spot that he took? Like, I watch AEW, but I watch it pretty much to laugh at them because it's like
I stopped watching AEW.
It boggles my mind because it doesn't make any sense. The booking makes no sense. But they call him Booker of the Year, and it really makes no sense because the objective is to draw fans, and they've constantly they've booked All In from 80,000 to 20. They completely killed the Chicago market. They filled the United Center, 22,000 seats, and then they come back to the United Center after chasing away their only draw, CM Punk. I'm not a Punk fan, but he was a draw for the company.
You're not from Chicago? I mean, you're from Chicago, not a Punk fan?
I don't like Punk at all.
I'm not a big fan either.
But I like the fact that he keeps rubbing AEW's nose in it. So I support his success. But the AEW makes no sense. Like, they chase away their biggest draw. They go back to the United Center. The last time they're there, they have 22,000 people. They go back and they have 5, and they do a victory lap around the friggin' United Center. Come on. I know money doesn't mean anything to him, but like, if you're in a business where you're promoting something, the objective is to draw fans and to make money, not to lose fans and not to get a smaller audience. Like, you shouldn't be in the business of chasing people away unless you're me. But you know,
See, so you have a lot of experience with chasing people away, right?
oh yeah. Generally, I'm familiar with it. I know that my brand of content isn't for everyone, but I feel that if you're offended by it, then it's not for you, and we all have choices. Ramona tells me you can attract more bees with honey, but I don't like honey.
Okay. We're gonna get into YouTube too after in a little bit. I'm kind of selfishly enjoying this wrestling talk because I don't get to talk often. So
Yeah. I watched some of All In. It was almost a 6-hour show, and then you add the pre-show. That's 7 hours. That's pretty insane.
Jesus.
But I was talking
Yeah.
about Adam Cole. He is probably retired, and what led to that possible retirement, and I don't blame him for bowing out of that match. The guy that almost killed him is going to be in a match against him, that Kyle Fletcher dude. Did you see the botched powerbomb? They like apron spots in AEW, so look it up. He goes to powerbomb Adam Cole onto the apron, completely misses the apron, and comes within that much of snapping Adam Cole's neck. And I'm pretty sure he got a concussion from that, and we haven't seen Adam Cole wrestle since.
Well, he just did a speech recently about being injured and like he was crying or something happened.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Kyle Fletcher at that show at the pay-per-view.
Oh.
Yeah, so and Kyle Fletcher, if you think about it, like if you look at the people that were in that 4-way match, he would be the most logical to win, but obviously he's been punished. And that's why they gave the belt to Goldust or Dustin Rhodes.
Dustin Rhodes, yeah. Okay. That sucks, man. I mean, it just again, these guys are entertainment, right? You don't want to see them actually get hurt.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
It sucks when they're actually getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, I thought Adam Cole was a good wrestler. He's decent.
And the thing about AEW is like Tony Khan likes to fancy himself as being like superior to WWE in every way. And he likes to talk about their safety record. Like, everybody's hurt. Their pay-per-view is called All In. It's all injured. Everybody's always injured on that show. They've had so many injuries. It's ridiculous. The whole objective of wrestling is to make people suspend their disbelief and put on an illusion. There's no illusion with AEW.
AEW, they did a video clip of the new spot monkey, the main event spot monkey now, Moxley. He was getting stabbed in the forehead or on the top of the head, and there's like blood gushing out. I was like, "Come on, dude! Again?"
Yeah, he bleeds.
Tell us a story. Yeah,
every time he's on TV, he bleeds. I remember a few years ago, he was fighting that Nick Gage guy, the dude that was what is it? Jim Cornette calls him the bank addicted drug robber. Nick Gage match guy that actually went to jail for robbing a bank because he was on meth. And then Tony Khan puts him on TV, and they use a pizza cutter on TV. And then AEW does, you know how they do this? They'll do a side, like right now, they have they'll have a split screen. They'll have the action going on, and they'll have the commercial next to it.
Yep.
They're sponsored by Domino's Pizza. There's a Domino's commercial on, and fucking Nick Gage sliced Moxley's head with a pizza cutter. Like, come on.
That's hilarious. That's so funny. It's ridiculous, though.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
The thing is, I understand people like some of the people like the hardcore matches and all that stuff, and I get that. But every match doesn't have to be that way. Even ECW figured that out. That's what they brought in the luchadors.
Yeah,
because the luchadors were the wrestlers.
Yeah, they'd have Psychosis against Rey Mysterio. They'd have Dean Malenko in there, Chris Benoit.
Exactly.
And then WCW used the same formula. They would kick the show off with luchadors, and then they'd have their big guys.
The main event guys, and the people can't wrestle.
But Tony Khan doesn't have production meetings. People will be and okay, you're athletic, but they do the same shit every match, and it just makes it look choreographed. And the thing is, with wrestling, it's it's you have to always if you grew up a wrestling fan, it wasn't always water cooler discussion for wrestling. Wrestling had a couple periods where everybody watches it, but generally you have to defend your fandom. And when you see something like AEW on TV and you got like casual fans watching it, they look at you and they're like, "Oh, you watch that?" It's insulting.
See, the thing is that no, I agree. I mean, there was a part. So I'm not gonna lie, AEW. It was one of the reasons why I got back to watching wrestling was because of AEW. And
Mhm.
at the time, like Kenny Omega was around. They actually had good storylines, and I was like, Cody Rhodes was around.
Mhm.
And ever since he left, I feel like they haven't been the same.
And they chased him out. Cody Rhodes is, as you can see, he's the top draw in WWE right now.
Yep.
Cody Rhodes was polished. He was the best wrestler in AEW. They kept him out of the main event scene, and they basically had him fighting. Like the first match they had on TV is him and Sammy Guevara. Like Sammy Guevara, like come on, Sammy Guevara does not look like a professional wrestler. He looks like that chick that played Batwoman on the CW. What was her name?
I have no idea.
It's this one girl with short hair. Ruby, is it? No, not. I forget. Well, whatever. Sammy Guevara does not look like a professional wrestler, and you have these guys. Tony Khan is obsessed with these guys that are 140 pounds. Like you remember Menudo? Menudo was an 80s pop band, and if you're in Menudo, the minute you start growing facial hair, you're out of the band. Tony Khan, he clearly has a type. He has these little guys. If your waistline expands beyond 24 inches, you're Tony Khan is done.
You're cut. Well, you know.
Nick, on his 18th friggin' birthday, the groomer Tony Khan puts him on TV. Like, come on, Nick Wayne. His decisions. He pairs Darby with Sting, Nick Wayne with Christian. He had CM Punk fighting Lee Moriarty and some other scrubs. Like, he pairs people that will never become an attraction. The Hardy Boys with Isaiah Cassidy, the guy that his catchphrase was fucking moaning. Do you remember Isaiah Cassidy? He would moan. That was his catchphrase. It makes no sense.
I mean, again, I love the fact that AEW always says, "Oh, like you compare." People always compare to WWE,
Mhm.
and I was like, it's not even TNA worthy right now. Honestly,
No.
it's just a guy who's got a bigger wallet. That's all it is.
But
I agree. I think one of the better parts of AEW, at least back in the day, was Cody Rhodes. Obviously, I felt like because I went to an AEW pay-per-view or whatever. Like I had ringside seats. I watched that CM Punk, Sting, and Darby the triple not triple threat the 3-on-3 match, and then I saw Cody beat Sammy for the TNT belt live. I was in the fifth row, which was really fun.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you got Cody fighting Sammy Guevara for the TNT title. Like, this is a guy that in a couple years is going to main event WrestleMania, and you got him fighting Sammy Guevara in the opening match. Come on. And the fans turned on him. They chased him out.
Yeah.
They turn on Punk. They chase him out. Wardlow got friggin' over. The storyline against MJF. And what do, right, with that storyline? The handling of Wardlow and Punk is pretty much the death of AEW.
See, I never liked Wardlow either, though.
I didn't think there was anything special in him, but you can't deny when the fans get behind somebody, obviously there's something there, But the fans get behind him. He destroys MJF in a steel cage match. CM Punk gets hurt. So obviously you would think the top heel is MJF. He's just been destroyed by Wardlow. They had a ranking system. Wardlow is now ranked number 1. Okay? CM Punk is injured. They're going to come up with an interim champion. They have an interim champion. And Wardlow is no longer the number 1 contender after beating MJF in the steel cage. Moxley, who was part of a tag team for the last 4 months, and I used to take notes. So Moxley,
my man over here was like, "All right, let me update my notes."
You can't battle people online unless you're prepared. and the Elite Legend is very prepared. So, so Wardlow's the number one contender. A week later, all of a sudden, he's no longer the number one contender. Moxley's the number one contender, despite having singles matches, and they have a jobber battle royal to determine the person that's going to go to All Snore, the New Japan pay-per-view that nobody cared about. They bring these guys in that nobody wants to watch. The ratings dip. So Moxley wins a jobber battle royal. Wardlow says he hasn't earned the opportunity, so he doesn't want to be interim champion. So Moxley wins, and then they bring in Tanahashi from fucking New Japan, who is no longer relevant. And Tanahashi and Moxley fight at All In Chicago with half the fucking crowd that they had before. And Moxley becomes the interim champion. Wardlow is never heard from again. And
well, he became an American Gladiator now, right?
Yeah, now he's on American Gladiator, and Tony Khan's upset. Wardlow will probably go to WWE and become a star, like Jade Cargill has, and like Cody Rhodes has, and like Penta has, and like Phoenix will be. Tony Khan has no clue on how to push talent. Unless you're a 140-pound dude with a 24-inch waist, Tony has no use for you. And if you break your neck, like remember the kid, he's with Nick Wayne now, Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian, yeah, Tony's favorite guys until he broke his neck. But when he debuted Rusev, super athlete, former WWE guy, fought John Cena at WrestleMania. Tony Khan brings him in as a video playing best man, video game freak best man for Kip Sabian. And Rusev was never a force after that.
I know, dude. I hated his character in AEW. I'm actually glad he went back to WWE and he's a thing there now. And I like his new look too.
Yeah, but the sad thing is that these guys, and I understand that you want to go and you want to get paid, but you spend 5 years in your prime and then you come back and now you're older. Look at Andrade. He has no momentum. Aleister Black. How many singles matches did Aleister Black have in AEW? Probably 1, 2. They had him in trios matches. For 4 years.
Always. And he was such a good wrestler too. He was so good.
What is Cesaro doing? He's part of
Is he still in that game?
Yeah, he's a flunky for Moxley. It makes no sense.
See, this is. I mean, here's the thing, though, but it's unfortunate though because in a way, WWE is. I mean, that's where everyone wants to go. That's obvious. Then you have TNA's on TV, AEW's on TV. That's whatever company it's on TV is really that's the biggest momentum, right? That's how a wrestler will get notoriety with the fans and just be known in general. But it's unfortunate that there's not more. I remember, Figure Fight Club when I first started this channel. It was in 2021, and it was supposed to be wrestling only. It was all about wrestling. I was doing interviews. Remember Layla Gray? Do you know Layla Gray? I interviewed her. I interviewed Just Incredible. Interview was actually a really good one. I enjoyed that one a lot. Just Incredible, and it was supposed to be all about wrestling. I was going to do a wrestling store and all this other stuff, but I just kind of fell out of it just because it wasn't interesting anymore.
Yeah.
And do you like AEW figures? I'm just curious.
I don't like their figures. I have them because I see them at Ollie's. But I bought the Sting because I'm a Sting fan, and we don't have any.
Yeah.
We haven't had a Surfer Sting since the Great American Bash one.
I'm still waiting for a Surfer Sting. I don't have one in my collection at all. I would want the Mattel one, but that doesn't look that great either. But still.
Yeah, it's pretty old and outdated. I'm gonna customize Surfer Sting. I'm gonna put. I just don't like I don't like using decals.
Okay.
And I can't paint a scorpion. But yeah, their figures. But did you see their new? They have a Ric Flair. What bothers me the most, and I'm not one of those pinless guys.
Who has a Ric Flair?
AEW.
I haven't seen that. They have a Ric Flair? Okay.
It's on ringside. I wanted to order it because I have to order and have it sent to Ramona's mom's house because they won't ship to me, unfortunately. But they finally are doing pinless for the Ric Flair. There's a chase. There's one in red attire, and then there's one in blue attire from Parade of Champions when he lost to Kevin Von Erich, not Dave, Kerry Von Erich. So that's coming out. The head scan isn't that great, but we haven't had a classic. We got a good Ultimate one, but I'll buy any like Legend figure.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, when I was a fan of AEW, I was buying their figures, and I bought a lot. Trust me. And today, I think the only ones I actually went back to find the older ones was Thunder Rosa. I like Thunder Rosa. I'm a big fan of hers. So I met her in person. She's a great person. So I buy her figures. I like Britt Baker. I bought her figures. Some of the males, besides Sting and Dan Housing, I don't think I need any more at this point. I'm good.
And you know what's crazy?
And,
Wardlow, he has so many store exclusive figures.
I know. I saw his Target one.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
He has constant Target and Walmart exclusives, yet he hasn't been on TV. Like, it makes no sense.
Dude, I saw his Target exclusive for $6, and I still didn't want to buy it. I was like, I'm good. Like, I don't need this. And the oversized belt. No thanks. I'm good.
Yeah.
Charles, dude, I agree. I used to collect the figures. It's like a hit or a miss with AEW. Like some figures just suck.
Their scale is bad. Like
and they're hollow. Like their chest is hollow, and I hate that.
Yeah,
I am not a fan of the hollow chest. Yeah.
And their elbows just look the pins are too damn big. But there's going to be pinless, so we'll see.
I mean, I'm going to check it right after this. I'm going to go check out Ringside because I do randomly go on Ringside to see what I'm missing. But I've been, I prefer Ultimate to be honest with you at this point. WWE Mattel, it's the right choice.
Ultimate is killing it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But with Ultimates, I only buy an Ultimate if you're like a world champion. So I didn't buy the Dominic. I didn't buy the Solo. You got to be the world champion. Otherwise, I'm not gonna. And that's my way of just kind of streamlining. That's just my rule.
Yeah, I get that. The Dominic Ultimate is actually a really good figure, though.
Yeah, it looks good. But I really like the new Elite that's coming out. Have you seen it?
With the mustache? With the mustache?
That
yeah.
Good.
I have it on. I pre-ordered on Amazon.
Yeah, I got it pre. But what friggin' sucks is Amazon. I also had Jacob Fatu pre-ordered on Amazon, and it's in that purgatory where order received, and they'll let me know when it comes.
You may or may not get it at that point. Yeah,
that's what's going to happen with because my Hulk Hogan, the takeover version from like 2 years ago, it sat in that state for like literally a year, and then they sent it to me out of the blue. I wasn't even expecting it.
Dude, I mean, just in general, though. I mean, even the wrestling figures I've cut down a lot on, like because most of them are the repeats essentially. I mean, it's just a little change. Yeah, a little change. That's about it. There's nothing original coming out. Even like the Jade figure that just came out recently. That was probably her first Mattel one, but I'm pretty sure AEW made the same figure.
Yeah, I passed on the. I was only collecting Legends, but then I figured, 5 years from now, this person's gonna be a legend.
Exactly. Yep.
So I started backtracking. So now, if you're like, my new thing is I'll collect champions. So if you were a tag team champion, if you were Intercontinental United States, and that's just the addiction. You get the dopamine, and you want to buy something. So. That's my new rule.
Do you do factions as well, though?
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I need to get. I almost have my Judgment Day complete. I just got to get. I always forget the guy with the big head. What's his name?
The guy with the big head.
I forget his name.
Puerto Rican dude?
No. the Irish guy,
Finn Balor. No, the other one.
the other guy, his partner.
The younger one. Yeah, I know you're talking. I don't know his
He has a
name
good
either.
figure. It's part of the Nick Aldis Build-A-Figure wave.
Okay.
I missed it on Amazon, and I can't get it off Ringside. But that's one that I want to get. But I almost have Judgment Day complete.
JD Vance, right?
I'll get a Carlito eventually. But
See, I passed on the Carlito. I should have picked up the Legends one, to be honest with you. I did not do that, but I'll find it for five to $10
oh yeah, you
somewhere.
definitely. I saw it. I just picked up the other non-chase Rosie for 11 when I picked up this Razor.
Okay. See, I like the non-chase better. So I have Rosie from 3 count already, so I don't know if I want the superhero one, to be honest.
I like the chase. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have the the superhero in training. But I wanted the non-chase because that's his attire from when he was tag team champion with Hurricane. So I want to have all the champions. So
Yeah. No, I get that.
yeah.
I mean, wrestling is just like a whole, like you could literally do an entire show on wrestling figures in general. They release so quickly. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And the thing is, the WWE and Matt Hardy had said how the difference between WWE and AEW is that AEW doesn't create moments and WWE does. And really, when you're looking at action figures, they create moments. So you can have 10 Undertakers, you can have 10 John Cena
Exactly.
if you're trying to recapture that moment. And as you see with Cena, his last year, they're coming out with like 20 different John Cenas, 20 different moments in time, and it's all about moments and spectacle.
AEW used to do that with the Jazzwords line. They used to have like was it the Bloody Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, and that was a cool street fight that they did. That was a good match. A little too hardcore for my taste, but
yeah,
it was still cool. I mean, it was good. But I just feel like they just use the same molds. They don't do anything different.
Yeah,
they did that 3-pack with Sting, CM Punk, and Darby as well. I remember that, seeing that.
It's just that like in Chicago, you never really see anything. Everything gets bought up except the AEW figures. So
it's that love for the AEW, man.
They probably didn't want to invest too much into it because they're not getting that return. So I remember going to I would go out to the Walmarts out in the country, and the amount of AEW figures that were on the pegs, it was just insanity. I was like, they're never going to get rid of these. So the toy aisle was basically the Eternals and the AEW. It was completely
Jazzwares just needs to make a better product. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Their women figures are actually a lot better than the males. I can tell you that for sure. Their 2.0 women figures are a lot better than the males.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's shift over to YouTube for a second. We've done a lot of wrestling talk. Let's go to YouTube. Yeah. It'll be a little changes. Every time we talk wrestling, no one wants to hear it and talk about it or listen to it, and they leave. So I get that. But you know what? I like wrestling, so. I'm going to go to my trusty screenshot over here. How long have you been doing YouTube?
Shit. Probably 8 years, maybe.
8 years, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So pre-pandemic.
Yeah, pre-pandemic.
Okay.
Because my youngest is 6. So yeah, almost 8 years.
8 years, okay. Mm-hmm. What made you decide to get on YouTube?
I was a fan of Glenn Webb's videos, and there really wasn't anything like wrestling wise. None of the really prominent wrestling YouTubers were doing content yet. There was this one guy named Grim that I think he has like his own wrestling promotion now, Grim's Toy Show.
Okay.
there really wasn't any wrestling content. So I figured I wanted to go in and try to do some content like what I would want to see. But I ended up gravitating more towards Marvel figures. I think I did one of my first Marvel Legends videos was I did a little modification on a Silver Surfer. I took his surfboard and I drilled a hole in his feet and I put some magnets in there.
Magnets, okay.
I thought I was like on the cutting edge of something. So,
He's like, I'm a genius. Look at the magnets.
Legend is onto something. Look at this. I'm on Amazon and I see these little magnets and I was like,
Those little small ones.
And I was like, huh. And I bought a Dremel. I'm gonna do this. So I did some customs. I did some custom videos, and then I did some Marvel Legends reviews. And I just did that for a little bit and got really busy. But during the pandemic, when I was home, that was like the prime time I was doing unboxings, I was doing reviews. I pumped out a lot of content. I think for a stretch, I did a video every day for probably about 8 months. Every day upload.
Would you do edits on the videos too, or just like straight? You would essentially do minimal editing and just
minimal editing. Ramona does all that. I don't know how to do it. But it wasn't.
So you got to produce it.
Yeah, she was doing all that. But I didn't start doing my like formula where I was doing the voices and all that stuff until probably 2020, late 2020. Because Ramona figured out different things that she could use with the software that was on the computer. And I've always been good at doing like voices and shit. So I did Skeletor. I did a lot of Masters of the Universe Origins reviews. Origins. I did a lot of DC Multiverse reviews. I had regular characters were like my Robin, my Bane. I had Bane spoke Spanish only.
Hey, give me a Bane voice right now. Come on.
Shit, what did he say? Superman, ¿por qué me fallaste? No, I haven't done him in forever, but I did Robin. I was like,
give me Robin.
So there was a storyline that I made. To do a storyline, I just have to have a figure in front of me. So I have that Drake Robin, the real annoying looking one. He looks like a little punk emo kid. So then I had to build a figure Bane that would fall apart and shit. Like his hands kept falling apart. That big funky thing. And then I had Red Sun Superman. So Red Sun Superman ended up shooting Robin's legs off. So Robin has no legs and Bane is carrying him around on his shoulders. And he's like, there's Bane! And Bane is carrying him around and Red Sun Superman shoots lasers out. And it was all kind of madness. I had Joker and those were some fun reviews. From DC Multiverse, I started doing G.I. Joe Classifieds with Cobra Commander. The Shang-Chi movie. I know they say Shang-Chi. But the Shang-Chi. Stan Lee called him Shang-Chi. Stan Lee, I think...
Wait, is it Shang or Shang? I always thought it was Shang.
If Stan Lee was the editor of Marvel Comics and he called him Shang-Chi, I'm going to say Shang-Chi. But when they made the movie, they say the politically correct way of saying it is Shang-Chi. So they had Wenwu, which is supposed to be the Mandarin. And it was, I looked at the figure and I'm like, that doesn't look like the Mandarin to me. That looks like Dave from friggin' accounting. So that became one of my characters. And he's like,
Dave from accounting. Don't make fun of accountants, bro. I'm an accountant.
Dave would not approve of your spending habits. Dave's whole catchphrase is "Stop purchasing action figure," and that was one of my main characters, Dave. And eventually, Dusty Rhodes. Like I've always done a Dusty impression. I used to do Macho Man, but Macho Man didn't really catch on. Dusty seemed to catch on. So
I'm actually curious about you. Do you know Legend series, Tony?
Yeah,
his Macho Man is amazing. Probably the best I've ever heard.
Yeah, gotta have beef, gotta have spice. A little excitement. Snip into a Slim Jim. I haven't done macho in a while, but cup of coffee in the big time. But
Yours is not bad, but his is still better. But your Dusty is amazing.
Yeah, my Dusty's one of my favorite impressions. I used to do Cobra Commander, but every time I do Cobra Commander, my throat ends up hurting. But yeah, Dusty's my favorite impression. That's why he's a staple of my channel. And basically, he says things that Elite Legend can't say.
Yeah. He's your outlet. That's really what it is. I get that. That's cool though. I mean, so you kind of came up with your own channel with your own characters.
Yeah.
And they're part of your videos. And so recently you've been doing a lot of shill attacks.
Yeah. Basically, that was basically I started doing that at a time where I found myself trying to put together a Marvel Legends in 22. I'm trying to put together a top 10 Marvel Legends list for the year, and I'm like, these figures, I used to feel like I was getting my money's worth. This is $20, $17 at Walmart. It's cheap, and it's fast, and it's easy, and it keeps coming. And if you're a collector, you have an addiction, and you want to keep building your collection. So when it starts costing more, and I notice that the quality is dipping and the joints are all gummy, and I'm getting pissed off about that, and people are ignoring it, especially the YouTubers, and Hasbro is relying on them more than ever at a time where the prices are going up, the quality is going down, and the influencers are ignoring it because they get it for free, or they have their affiliate link. Which I understand, it's a business. If you're doing content, you want people to watch your content, but also you should have people gravitate towards you because you're an influencer, but you're being disingenuous if you're going to turn a blind eye to any type of negatives because you want to keep the gravy train coming. So my whole thing is just to, and I know it's a fruitless mission, but it's my way of trying to raise awareness and poke fun. And if you're on a public platform, you have to understand that everybody's not going to be a fan of yours. There's going to be people that are going to make fun of you. If you have a camera in your face and you want to put yourself out there, there's always going to be somebody. There's a thing called satire. People used to have a sense of humor. And yes, I will go after someone. I will go after people. And there are some shills that I find to be very unsavory because as a fan of comic books, as a fan of comic book movies, there has been an attack on all things pop culture by people that are not even never grew up with it, but they want to try to make it their own. And they want to turn it into a safe place for them, ignoring everyone else. And in a way, they'll label someone as toxic. And if that person's toxic, their voice doesn't need to be heard. And in effect, they're dehumanizing that person, and their opinion doesn't matter because all of a sudden, if you have an opinion that differs from theirs, you're toxic, you're a bigot, you are negative, and really we don't need your opinion. But there was a time in history where a certain portion of the population was also dehumanized. So coming in and trying to call something your safe place and trying to take it over, you're also ostracizing other people from that community. So if you it's don't be like the Elite Legend. If you want to grow and you want to build your fan base, don't be like me because I don't care if I turn people away. Because if you're going to be turned away by my content, then my content wasn't for you, basically.
I mean, I kind of agree with you in a way too. I mean, granted, there's a lot of stuff. Like, I don't believe in politics should belong on hobby stuff at all. But completely separate. It is in there. I agree. And normally, I would very quickly remove it. Like, I don't want to touch it. But I've always been both sides matter when it comes to opinions. It's not fair to either group when you take them away.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's why
So
like
I've always been that way. Even if I disagree with you, even if I completely disagree with you, that doesn't mean you're wrong. That doesn't mean we have to be enemies. That doesn't
yeah,
mean we have to hate each other.
yeah,
We could just be like, hey, I don't agree with you, but I fucking like toys. Let's keep talking.
yeah. And that's how
So
things used to be. But now it's you got to people are like you have to choose sides and. Uh, like I have a toy group and my toy group doesn't really grow. Like people enjoy it and they're like, "Oh fuck, what am I in here?" And they'll leave.
where's your toy group? Where?
Elite Toy Collectors on Facebook.
Where's it
Uh,
go? I'm joining right now.
Elite Toy Collectors on Facebook. Uh,
Well,
the
people don't join.
the thumbnail is or the picture has you'll notice there's a lot of random characters and Rogue is turned backwards to show off
I,
detail on her belt.
I
Uh,
see it. I see Rogue. Okay.
yeah, so
I gotta answer questions now.
I used to ban people on my group because I was like, okay, but I feel bad because I'm like I'm banning somebody because they don't agree with me, but I don't like it when they do that to me. Like if I'm in a different group and I say something, I get banned. I'm like I don't like, so I don't ban anyone. And I have an admin that banned this one dude from Australia that I used to enjoy. I used to enjoy arguing with him on a daily basis. We completely didn't
Yeah.
agree on anything, and we would fight every day. And then I'm like, "Oh, what the hell did you do? You banned this guy. This guy drives content, and he's always engaging. He's driving engagement. He doesn't go overboard." So he recently just came back to the group after like 6 months,
Oh,
but I know politics shouldn't be. But the thing is, people come into the community and they ought suddenly insert the politics and not even politics. They'll come in and they'll like recently. A new couple of shills have come upon my radar, and they've been on my radar for a while. The soft collectors, they recently had they had a female collector, which is fine. You could be a female collector. But she went on and on about she's so desperately trying to find a safe space. Come on, you're in a community with men, predominantly men that are chasing nostalgia and are in their 30s and 40s. You're like 19 years old trying to find a safe space, and you're picking MCU that's destroying the community. That's destroying. Like when they destroy a movie, that license is destroyed.
listen. I started collecting Marvel Legends because of MCU. So you take that back, damn it.
Which is fine, because there was a time when the MCU was actually.
I never read the comic books. Oh well, I did, but it didn't intrigue me enough to. Well, I mean, really, my parents didn't buy it for me, so I just didn't.
But that's
go
fine. But
that
the
way.
thing is, you heard of the Trojan Horse. So Iron Man, probably one of my favorite movies ever. The original Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. The first, fuck the strong collectors. The original, the original Captain America movies, amazing. The Avengers after Endgame. Hollywood, what have they accomplished with the girl boss storylines other than turn people away? What has happened to the MCU?
What's the Pakistani girl? Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, least viewed show on Disney Plus.
Hey, don't hate on my sister.
Representation is fine, but we don't have to constantly see ourselves.
Oh no, I agree with that. I mean, I actually liked the show though. I enjoyed the show.
I never watched it on principle because that character had no business having a TV show. Miss Marvel never sold a comic book. They forced her down people's throats. Comic book stores shut down because of the Girl Boss initiative by the MCU. Silver Surfer, the female Silver Surfer. She-Hulk. There's not going to be a season.
Wait, is that a real? So I heard in the comic books that was like Silver Surfer's girlfriend or something.
Well, they always you can turn things into canon by just creating it and making it canon. But what made Silver Surfer famous is not female Silver Surfer. When people think about Silver Surfer, it's a guy.
Yeah, I mean that's always been my Silver Surfer. So
yeah, but they have to inject. They have to inject diversity into everything. It should be about the actor. It should be about the actor, and you don't have to race swap and gender swap everybody, because by doing that, you're excluding somebody. And then you have to think about it. I don't even want to get into that. But when you destroy a license, you're destroying that.
I agree with the sense of you don't have to race swap and gender swap everyone. Why don't they just make new characters?
Mm-hmm. But see, the thing is, I grew up in the 80s, and my heroes were fucking Hulk Hogan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester Stallone. I'm not Austrian. I'm not white. I'm not Italian. I didn't have to see myself in them. I watched Telemundo. I didn't want to be like fucking Jerry Estrada, the guy from Chips. It doesn't have to be about identity. It doesn't have to be like I'm not so, and I don't want to see myself. I'm not gonna go pay $20 to watch a movie to see myself. I'm not paying to watch the Elite Legend. So
you're not a member to your own self?
What was that?
You're not a member for your own channel?
No. I got 4 channel members. Fucking Laser Pants, Yojo Jerk, and what is
I'll sign up tomorrow when I have better internet.
Yeah, so I got 4 channel members, so I'm gonna do some spicy content.
I'll get Shelly to sign up. Actually, it'll be fun.
But I don't need to see myself to feel included, to feel represented. I want to see larger than life characters. I want to see spectacle. I like wrestling. I like comic books. And wrestling basically is like with comic books. Generally, you would have the way the formula used to be for comic books is you have like 3 to 4. A villain will show up in a comic book run for like 3 to 4 copies, and then they're gone. And that's how it used to be with wrestling. You show up, you have your series of matches, and then it's on to the next one. I like the pageantry. I like the colors. I like colorful. MCU, there's no colors. Everything is drab. Like, everybody's wearing canvas and leather. Like, I like colors. I like pageantry. I like larger than life. And the MCU.
You want the WrestleMania?
Yeah, I want WrestleMania. I want.
Yeah.
I basically want a comic book characters on the TV. I want everything to look the way it did, and that's just something that we're not getting. And Marvel's losing money, and hopefully they turn it around. Like with Superman, they put out a movie that
I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers.
I haven't seen it either, but I heard good things about it.
I've heard great things. Yeah,
I thought it was going to be. Political, but it turns out it's not. A good friend of mine watched it, and he gave it a stamp of approval. So I was supposed to see it. We still have a drive-in in our town, so I was going to go watch it.
Yeah, I did too.
But I want it to do well. I do not want Fantastic Four to do well, because the casting leaves a lot to be desired.
I like Pedro though. You don't like Pedro?
Oh, no, I don't like
no?
Token. I don't like Token. Tokenism, like I feel that he's being cast in roles because he's Hispanic. We didn't see Pedro.
But do you feel that way, or is that actually what's happening though?
That's what's happening. He's everywhere.
He's a good actor though.
He's not Reed Richards. Like, Reed Richards was a white dude.
I mean,
Human Torch was a playboy. This one's a feminist. He could be a strong collector.
I haven't seen I haven't watched.
Well, the marketing for it, basically, he says to the actor.
I mean, so the last Fantastic Four movie with Michael B. Jordan, he was Human Torch. I enjoyed that too.
That one did gangbusters.
I loved it. It was such a good movie. I was like, damn, that was a good one. I enjoyed the movie.
Completely.
People probably hated it, and I get it. And I don't care what other people say. Like, if I watch a movie, it's my opinion, right? So it's like, I enjoyed it. It was entertaining to me, and I thought he did a good job.
But the thing is, they should be going for broad audience and not trying to make a certain portion of the community happy. Like,
I agree with that too. Yeah.
Right now with Disney, if you look at all their animated features, they're completely pandering towards the Hispanic demographic, and
Mhm.
I'm not going to go watch a movie just because they're Hispanic. Like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm Hispanic. I'm not going to. I'm like,
What if it was Selma Hayek?
Salma Hayek's fine, but she was in Eternals, and I'm not going to watch that either because I don't want to see dudes kissing.
I just want to watch Selma Hayek, but yeah.
Salma Hayek is fine as hell. Dust
I
Till
know.
Dawn, classic.
Oh my god.
But like the children's movies, I went to go.
Oh,
This is a video.
it's Chad.
Yeah, that guy is toxic.
I think a
Toxic
lot of you
Chad.
guys are toxic. Every single one of you.
Chad is my favorite.
I've heard. I've heard all the stories.
Slay. No, but I'm not going to watch a movie just because somebody's Hispanic, and that's what's going on with They said that they're going to completely scrape the live action Disney movies because they've completely failed. I went to see Lilo and Stitch. That was amazing.
Lilo and Stitch. Right?
Lilo, whatever. That was great. It was awesome.
I heard it was really good, actually. My wife saw it, and she was like, "It was really good."
My kid loved it. But the other movies, the ones that pander, like, no, they were horrible. Coco was good, but they have not had a successful animated feature since that. So,
I mean, you said anime, right?
yeah, and their animated features. And then their live action ones bomb too. Little Mermaid, Snow White.
Oh, I never watched. Actually, to be fair, I never watched any of those. I did watch the Dragon one. That was really good.
How to Train Your Dragon. I didn't see that, but
That was really good. Like I had a tear in my eye at the end of the movie, and it was really well made. I recommend it. It was good. I definitely recommend that one.
Yeah, I had a long run at the drive-in, but I didn't get a chance to go to it. Like by the time the movie comes on, my kids are sleeping, so it sucks.
No, I get that. Selma Hayek, though.
Dust Till Dawn, man.
Always.
So
I just need a good head scan of Selma Hayek so I could put it on my Cesare figure.
Do you remember Marvel?
and and have this the Marvel Legends as I have that figure and it will not work. I
You
need a
see how
good
she
one.
posted it? She was up on some panel and she had her. She goes, I don't look like this, and then she did her head.
I saw that. Yes.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's sad. We just need a good Selma Hayek.
But
I
also,
mean, that's when the printers, the 3D guys, come in handy because they could print some good stuff for you guys.
but one more thing that I wanted to touch on. I went after the soft collectors because they had that female that said that she doesn't want to see female action figures with curves because it's guys are gonna treat women like this, and so basically she
Well, who are you talking about? Sorry.
the strong collectors they did the usual. There's like this little
I don't know who the Strong Collectors is. Sorry,
like
I'm not popular, so
they did a video where it's these two kids and one of them decided to. Well, I don't even want to. I don't. Whatever. It's these two. They do Marvel Legends, and they've been picking up steam as they continue to get more and more. Basically, they're feminist Marvel Legend collectors. They love everything the Marvel Legends does.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they have a right to love what Marvel Legends do. That's their thing.
But tell me this: you like action figures, right? You like
Of course.
you admire the art of an action figure. Do you want your character to look the way it did in media? Like, say for instance, I know you said you didn't read comic books, but if a character is based off of a comic, if an action figure is supposed to be based off of a comic book character, would you want that figure to resemble the media that it's inspired by?
Yes and no. It really just depends, man. Like Marvel, it's a little weird because they introduced the multiverse, right?
Okay.
DC's the same way, to be honest with you. They introduced the whole multiverse.
But what I'm
concept.
getting at is, do you want, like, say you're getting a Conan figure? Do you want Conan to not have pectorals and biceps because it might offend somebody that doesn't have pectorals and biceps?
No, he needs to be muscled up because that's Conan.
So would you want a female character that's known for being well endowed not be well endowed because
So,
it's gonna make guys toxic, and that's how they're gonna try to treat women the way they treat their action figures.
so the proper name you're talking about when it comes to Marvel is Black Cat.
Okay, yeah, that was, but
The new Black Cat figure. I actually like the figure. I own it, but she's a little tiny.
yeah, but there was a time where they made the Black Cat very well endowed, and remember Rome
Voluptuous.
very voluptuous, and now we have a voluptuous Psylocke, and everybody wants that figure. Well, what this young lady was saying on the podcast is, she doesn't want curves on a figure because it's toxic, and men are going to treat women the way they treat their action figures, and then the soft collector comes in and he's like, women don't, there doesn't have to be under boob, just get over it. And no, if you want to recreate a character, they should look the way they look. They're comic book characters, they should have heroic proportions. So
Well, here's the thing, though. But this again, going back to the multiverse argument, right? There's just so many different things that are happening in the whole DC and Marvel concept.
but
There's just different looks.
they did specific examples. They brought it back to the Engine of Vengeance and how everybody was roasting the prior chick, who they covered her up, even though it's an exclusive that kids are not going to buy. Nobody's going to buy their kid a $350 Engine of Vengeance. These figures are for men, grown men. As much as Hasbro wants to say that half of their customers are females, that's not true. It's men buying these figures.
So can I just
1%.
so Judge Dreads, check us out Tuesday nights open mic night. We have a female co-host as well. Gonna say what? Check her out. She's got her own YouTube. Oh, sorry, Dad.
Yeah, and there used to like you don't want she wants to come into the community, and then she's like, I figured I could be the voice of the community. We don't need her to come in and be our voice. Like the community already exists. You should come in and try to acclimate to the community, and then if people feel and they want to gravitate towards you, and then you want to put yourself in a position where you start to become a voice, but you don't come in there with a sense of entitlement and expect to be the voice of the community and expect everybody to adhere to your wishes and your feminist view and impose your will on everybody else in the sake of being diverse. You're going to exclude everyone else. I'm sorry, I want my characters to look the way they do in the comic book. That's why I'm trying to build a collection. This is she's
I mean, but why? So my argument just to this is, you could have your way, but you could also have her way. So what does it matter?
she wants to influence the community, which obviously,
But we all want to influence the community, right? That's how it works.
but also the big following you get, the more you get into Hasbro's ear. Hasbro isn't going to go and send free shit out to a person with 500 views. You know,
Does Hasbro really send free shit out though?
they've sent free shit out to people that have been on your show. The Drink Your Water guy, he gets free. He's premiered. He's debuted figures, and it
He
was right around
works.
the time.
He works for them though. It's working though.
Yeah, as a marketing arm, he will never say anything negative
That's
about
work.
He will never say anything negative about a figure that he's reviewing.
Have you ever met him in person?
I don't have to meet him in person. I could watch the content and see that there's
No,
never.
but have you ever met him in person and talked to him?
I don't need to meet him in person to talk to him. I've never met Shartimus. I've never met Boog Nice. I'm still going to make content about them.
Well, I mean, I've met Shartimus and G Amazing. Great people. G Amazing is one of my boys too.
You met him. But just because you met somebody in person doesn't mean that all of a sudden objectivity goes out the window.
G Amazing is truthful about his stuff. I can tell you that now.
He turns a blind eye to any type of negativity. He will never be objective when it comes to a Marvel Legends action figure. He was never objective about the Spider-Man figure. he was.
Did you see the Rumbler review he did?
No.
You should watch it. He was objective.
Well, there's a first time for everything, but
I'm
not trying to trash. I'm not trying to trash.
Again, G Amazing is again. He's one of my boys. I like the dude a lot. He's a really nice guy.
That's completely fine. But what I was saying, you're like, do they really send stuff for free? Yes, they send stuff for free. Don't act like people don't get shit for free. So, like, I've seen it with my own eyes. I've been in this community.
Laser Pants. Hello. Shartimus is not a good person. He's a liar. Avi, you saw him post lies about me on his Instagram. D Amazing is a nice guy.
Shartimus, I've never had any interactions with D Amazing, so I'm not going to call him a nice guy or a bad guy or anything like that. But Shartimus is a douchebag, and he tried to get somebody fired from their job because he didn't like what they said about him on the internet. A guy that has a family, just like Shartimus does. But yeah, Shartimus is an asshole.
I mean, again, I have no beef with Shartimus, so he's always been nice to me. Now, maybe he just likes me better than me. I have no idea. So, but I mean, again, for me, it's just there's a lot of different things that happen in the whole. I mean, again, DC, Marvel have created this multiverse concept, which can be infinite. To be honest, I mean, fuck, Star Wars should do it too.
And an asshole, but in this community, he is. But you know, he's been around for a long time, so kudos to him.
No, but again, so you know that's your current content is. So you had a strike recently.
Oh yeah, recently there was a guy abusing the broken strike system. I did a parody of his video, and he lied. He said that YouTube told him to strike me, which is a lie. But he
is it?
Well, it's parody.
I mean,
it's reaction. There's people that do reaction.
I mean, YouTube probably just told them that you copied clips from his video. Is what I'm assuming.
Well, maybe I just reviewed his video, his review. I did a parody of it. But he was offended. But he ended up taking back the strike, which he was a man of his word. He said he would, and he did. So that's cool. But
you guys gonna be BFFs though?
No, we're not going to be BFFs.
You should though. You know what you should do? You should actually have him on your show and talk with him.
Maybe I don't
do a show with him to like do a pre-record and just have a chat. That would be cool. That'd be interesting.
Maybe I don't know. If I could find a Fantastic Four sweater that fits me, I would do that.
What's I'm sure you could find one at this point. I mean,
I don't know. I want. The thing is, like, I have bad luck when it comes to ordering things. Like I got really bad. I don't know if you can see it. I got really bad sunburn. I went to the water park and there was this movie called Alien Nation back in the, I think it was late 80s, early 90s. So I couldn't find my baseball cap. And I was going to be on this show, and I know that Max is like a co-host, so I heard that he wasn't going to be on. So I was like, oh shit, let me go on Amazon and maybe I could fill a void. So I ended up ordering a hat, and they ended up sending me a fucking pair of sunglasses. So I ended up having my kid make me a little fez. And they did pretty good. I got my little fez. I don't know what the name
I can be.
Oh, okay. What is it called?
A fez?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So my kids ended up creating me this little hat here.
That's cute. It looks good on you, actually. I like it.
I do like it. So I have bad luck. So if I ended up ordering a Fantastic Four sweater, I'm sure that it wouldn't fit.
Well, we'll get you a Fantastic Four sweater. Not a problem at all.
Laser Pants doesn't want to let me use his one. He says it's an extra medium, and he's going to wear it to SDCC.
LP is for XL. Trust me, I get it. I know. D Amazing is actually a really good person, and I'm speaking from experience. Great
I
guy.
don't know.
I've had
I don't know
what?
if Ryan was watching earlier, but I shared a key piece of evidence in the Shill inquiry. Ryan,
Oh,
I
Ryan really doesn't watch the show that much.
exhibit one of the main pieces of evidence against Laser Pants trying to turn me into a shill. I ended up receiving this thing in the mail. You can't bribe your way out of the shill inquiry. The shill inquiry will continue, Ryan. But thank you. This is a beautiful action figure. And I do have 3 action points. I wonder what the street value is on these. Can I buy anything on the streets of Chicago with the action points?
No, you cannot. It's worthless in street value. Oh, Impossible Pie said Elite is a valid shill now.
Yes, I will shill. I never said that I was above shilling, so I might end up on my own radar. It's not the worst thing in the world to shill. Like, if that's your business.
I mean, at the end of the day, we all shill for something,
Yeah.
right?
At the end of the day, we all shill for something. Like, if you watch my old videos, you would think I was a Marvel Legends shill until I got this satisfied. And I have such a big collection and the addiction. I can't just say, "Oh, fuck it, I'm not gonna collect anymore. I'm too deep into the game."
I mean, you really are a Marvel Legends shill, and probably like a GI Joe shill,
Yeah.
and you're 100% a wrestling shill.
Yeah.
So
At the
you're
end of
just
the day,
the elite
I talk a lot of
shill.
shit, I still dip into my wallet. But the thing is,
You're a mad elite shill.
Yeah. See, the thing that separates me from the influencers is that I pay for what I'm getting. So, and I'll say something negative about an item. I won't ignore it. And I won't. Like, one of the things that Shark does is he'll come out and he'll get it, like with the Psylocke. Psylocke is a Target exclusive, so there's no need for Hasbro to send it to him. So he went out and he wanted to try to secure it, and he wasn't successful. So he bitched about that. And he's like, "Oh, look at me. I'm not a show, guys. I ended up having to buy it." And if he buys something, he'll show you a receipt. So
I'm enjoying the comments right now. Sorry. This was a lot of fun, actually. And I love the fact that you're still wearing the fez.
I like it. I'm going to wear this.
You should wear it every single day.
I really did order a fez for this occasion, and the costume store sent me a pair of friggin' Elvis glasses with eyebrows. Or maybe it was sideburns. I don't know. I didn't open it.
What? You didn't even open it? Okay, I was gonna say, you should wear that right now too. So,
the kids, we had no construction paper, so I was able to use a gift bag and a shoelace. I'm on a shoelace budget here, guys.
That's fucking creative, though, man. That's good. You kids made that? That's awesome.
Yeah. Put the kids to work. Ramona's out, so the kids.
See, LP needs those Elvis glasses. Send them to him.
I will send them to the Pacific Northwest.
All right. I think it's time to wrap it up. Are you good with that?
I prefer not to wrap it up, but we got to play.
I mean, we could say we could say a little longer if you want. I just have to go pee.
That was just me.
I'll be honest. I think I gotta just do it in the bathroom.
We're not going raw tonight. But
we could do. Yeah, but what we could do? We could do a part 3.
Oh yeah, we can do a part 3. That'd be good.
That sounds even better. I like.
Yeah, maybe I'll have a real fez at the time.
Maybe.
Yes, it was a condom joke. It went over Avi's head. I can't explain it because then that just at least one person got it. It wasn't very funny though.
It wasn't. Yeah, I know.
Of course, Target's going to break street dates. Avi, are you going to be out there trying to get the Psylocke, or did you? Oh no, you said you got a notification. Right?
Mine's coming. Mine's shipped already, so it should be here tomorrow at my house. But so I'm in Virginia right now, right? And tomorrow I'm shifting over to my brother's house, and there's a Target right next to his house, which I always have I have great luck with. So I'm going to go there Sunday morning, and I'm hoping to pick up 2 to 3 to 4 2-pack.
Yeah, what pisses me off is they'll say that there's a street date. They'll say there's a street date, and by the time you show up, the figures are gone. Like, I don't know if BrickSeek is still a thing, but you could see the inventory, and then you get street dated, and then you track the inventory, and by the time the street date, every day you see the inventory getting shorter and shorter, and then the street date, everything's gone. Ridiculous.
I mean, that's how it works. Though, because all the people who are, I mean, they end up stealing it, really.
Yeah, the Target manager. And if you're
all those damn employees.
Yeah, if you're an enterprising employee and you're sitting there and you're like, I've got about 15 calls today about this fucking action figure. So clearly there's a market for it. So you put 2 and 2 together. That's how a scalper is born.
Yeah, I agree.
Raw dogs. Going in raw, baby.
But anything you want to shout out?
No, I'm not working on anything right now, but I am I'm gonna do top 10 Marvel Legends for the year so far. I was trying to get it out before July struck, since I got that Maximum Hulk and Maximum Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I want to try to do a little review on those and do a top 10 so far for the year, which is pretty sad. I think I purchased 13 Marvel Legends with the Spider-Man and Hulk included, which is not a lot. We haven't received a lot. We haven't had a lot of comic versions.
You just haven't been to Ollie's yet, so go to Ollie's.
Oh man, I'll send you a clip. I was at Ollie's yesterday. I have a 1-minute clip. I'll send it to you on Instagram. It's ridiculous. It's nothing but Black Panther, Shang-Chi, and Eternals. That's it.
Still? Jesus. Okay.
You'll see the amount in there. I got to do a proper Ollie's hunt, but it'll be a very sad hunt, and I could replay the video every week because it literally doesn't change. It stays the same. Like there's 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and those figures not moving from Ollie's.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So be on the lookout for the top 10 Marvel Legends.
Well, send me that video too, because I'm curious myself.
Yes.
But again, thank you to the chat, the replay squad, Legend or Elite Legend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's always for the
community.
Always for the community. So, chat, peace out. Appreciate it. It's another few. Next week I'll be in San Diego, so I'll see you when I see you. Peace out. Oop.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.